Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Ozzy and I'm back again with another video. Today we got a review video and it's on the TWS i10s. Are these any good? Do these suck? Are they great? Is it worth the price tag? Let's find out together. Let's get into it.
Do 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 Ozzy's tech and stuff, yeah.
Alright guys, so here's the TWS i10s. Let's get into a little mini review. I'll tell you some positive, some negative stuff, and then tell you if they're worth it. Now, let's go ahead and start with the positive stuff. Just look at these. These are almost one-to-one Apple AirPod clones, right? So it's going to be a small and compact design. The only thing that's different is this little hinge here, if you can see it. This little hinge here and the LED lights. Now, I personally love these LED lights because they're telling you how much charge you have on the case and if you're charging the iPods or the AirPods, sorry. So this design is actually pretty cool to me. Now, sticking still to the case, it's a sleek design here. If you saw my i9 reviews, you saw that the chrome part here kind of faded away. Not on these i10s. They're still intact. They're a little scratched up because I keep them in my pocket with keys and stuff like that, but they stayed intact. They didn't rub off. They used a better coating this time, and that's great for them. And that's great for us as well because it won't scuff it up or it won't tear off the coating on it. These have a nice weight to them. They don't feel like they're hollow inside. You can tell that they have, a pretty nice battery in there. They have another feature that I'll talk about in just a second that give it a nice weight to it. The actual earpods themselves have a nice weight to it. It's a pretty good clone in my opinion. Now the hinge here is magnets. I did confirm, if you saw my unboxing video, I was confused about the sound that they make, but I did confirm that most of these have this little, well, I didn't do it there, but they kind of pop the first time you open them. They kind of do like a little popping sound. Now it doesn't have it, but these are magnetic here. I did confirm that that most of them do it. Most of the review videos that I saw did it. This is magnetic. It's not going to open on you, and even with the case open, they're not going to fall off because they're held in by magnets. So that's awesome. It'll be harder to lose them now. It'll stay in your case, and with this sleek and small design, they can fit anywhere, really. Like I mentioned before, these have these little LED lights here that tell you how much the case has left as far as battery, and if they're charging each earpod, if it's charging, it'll tell you with the LED lights. Now, one last thing actually two last things. USB Type-C charging port, which is awesome because now we're getting USB Type-C everywhere. There's rumors that the new iPhones might come with USB Type-C, so that's awesome. One cable for everything. That's the future that we're moving forward, and that's great. Previous ones had micro USB. Now we got USB Type-C. That's amazing. And another thing that these have that actually the AirPods, the $160 to $170 official Apple AirPods don't have, this has wireless charging, right? So this comes with built-in wireless charging. You just set it on top of a wireless charging pad, it starts to charge no problem, right? The one thing I noticed is that it does get a little hot when wireless charging, but it's not anything that is, it's gonna burn your hand or anything like that when you pick it up. Just a little warm. It's kind of like when cell phones, when you're playing a video game, a high graphic intensive video game on your phone, they kind of heat up a little bit. That's how these get, and they cool off in seconds. It's not that bad. Now, I have wireless charged these a bunch of times and I've had no problems with it. So that's a nice feature that these have, and these cost $45. So I'm still confused as to why Apple did not include this in their Apple AirPods, but it's rumored that the next version which I just read today might be coming out in a couple months, will have this wireless charging feature. Alright guys, so the earbuds themselves are almost one-to-one with the official AirPods themselves. If you can take a look at them here in the case, you know, some of these dots on the AirPods do stuff and some of them are just there for aesthetic, but it's pretty close to the actual official AirPods, right? So one cool thing about it is it's all touch sensitive. There's no buttons. So the i9s, they had buttons, and they had LED lights and stuff like that, and it was very annoying. These have no LED lights on the earbuds themselves, and they have no buttons. So once you pair these up with your phone, it's really simple. You just take them out, and then it'll start pairing. And once you pair them up with your device, then that's it. You're done. When you want to disconnect, you just put them back into the case, and when you want to reconnect, you just take them out, and they'll reconnect. So right now, I'm gonna go ahead and take this one out, put it in my ear. Power on, connected. That's it. All right, you take the left one out, you connect it, power on, and then there's this little beep that happens on both earbuds. That's it, connected. I'm ready to listen to music or watch YouTube videos or whatever the case may be. I'm set. I don't have to press any buttons. I don't have to pair anything. That is amazing. All right, now once you want to disconnect, if you want to disconnect, you take them out, put them in the case, and they're disconnected. And as you can see, LED lights, if my camera would focus, LED lights indicating that they are being charged. So that's pretty cool. I mean, be able to tell if you're charging or how much battery you have on the case itself. All right, so once you got the AirPods plugged into your ears, it's all touch sensitive, like I mentioned before. You touch once to pause, you touch again to play your music. If you're listening to music, you touch 2 times to go forward and then 3 times to go back a track. All right, so in my experience, the touch sensitive is very hit or miss. It's actually on the negative side. I've had to, you know, touch them multiple times for it to register that what I'm actually trying to do with it. If you're running or jogging and you're trying to change tracks, it can be a little difficult because you have to do it on this close to or on this little sensor up here. This little sensor up there, you have to do it on there, and it gets a little annoying. So the touch sensitivity could be, you know, made where it's a little bit in a more broader area, but for now, I mean, it'll do. So if you're in an office environment or, you know, you're not doing a lot of physical activity, it won't be that bad. Now, if you hold them down, it'll activate either Google or Siri, and these work pretty good. I've actually used it to lower and raise volume, change tracks and stuff like that, if I just use the Google Assistant rather than me trying to double tap or triple tap to change a track. You know, Google Assistant actually works pretty well. I haven't tried it with an Apple product yet because I'm using a Samsung Galaxy device, but they work pretty good. Another major plus is that when you're on a phone call, call audio comes out of both the earbuds. Okay, previous generations or previous versions of these, they only came out of the right earbud, and the Apple AirPod actually does have audio coming out of both, and these do too. That's great. It'll immerse you more into the conversation. I believe the microphone's on the right earbud, but you know, it's pretty good to be able to listen to someone with both the earbuds. These also have incredible range. They're promoted as Bluetooth 5.0. I don't know exactly if it's Bluetooth 5.0, but I have left my phone in one side of my house and walked away to almost the other side, close to the kitchen, and they're still playing the music that I have on them. So the range on these is very good. If you're in an area with a lot of cell phones or a lot of electronics, that might disturb the connection, but if you're home or something like that and you want to leave your phone, you know, like I said, in a room and walk over to somewhere else, it'll still be connected. The range on these are excellent. Alright guys, So let's get to the negatives, or the not so cool features of these earbuds. Number one on my list is the call audio, and the audio for music is not that great. Okay, it's passable. For me, it's, I can definitely use them while at work and listening to music. I listen to them at like about 20 or 30%, and I'm still able to hear people surrounding me. If someone comes up to me, I work in an office environment, so if someone comes up to me asking me a question, I can still hear them as they're talking to me. But the earbuds do work. The sound is good, not great, and for the price, it's, you kind of have to live with it. One of my major drawbacks on these is that you can't use them one at a time. Right? The left earbud is completely dependent on the right. So I can actually just take out the right one, connect it, and I can listen to music, I can make calls, all that, great. But I can't do the same with the left, or only the left earbud. It needs to be both of them connected into your ear, or just the right. So that's a little drawback on these. I wish that they would make it so that we can use them either or, so that way when one is depleted by the battery, I can use the other one, no problems. Maybe in the next version they'll go ahead and add this feature, but for now, just the one will do. Now this takes me to my third drawback, and it's battery. Now in my i9 reviews, those only lasted about an hour and a half. These I'm getting around 2 hours and a half of playtime. It's better than the previous, but I still would like it closer to 4 to 5 hours. If they can get it really close to that, that would be great. But 2.5 hours, sometimes maybe 3 if I'm listening to very, very low. It's not that bad, but it's not great. Now again, I know the cost of these are only $45, so I know that they can't jam pack a bunch of features, but they're getting there, guys. They're actually making major improvements each iteration of these earbuds, and I'm guessing the next version will have closer to 4 hours, and that's the one I'm waiting for. Now my fourth and final drawback is the touch sensitivity accuracy. Sometimes it doesn't register what I'm trying to do, if I'm trying to skip a track or go back a track, or sometimes if I hold it down for Siri, Google Assistant, it won't register. I have to do it again. So I would say out of 10 times that I'm trying to do this, it won't register actually what I'm trying to do about 5 to 6 times. So that's not a great number. If we can cut that back down to about 2 to 3 times, so it fails 2 to 3 times out of 10, that would be awesome. But around 50% of the time, it's not registering what I want it to do, and that's not very good. But again, just that these have this feature at the price is pretty awesome. So TWS, keep making improvements on these, or Nokis, I think is Noki sells them. Keep making improvements on these, and you guys will hit it out of the park. Right now, this is a triple. Keep making improvements, and you'll knock it out of the park. So if you made it this far in the video, you probably want to know, would I recommend these? Okay, and 100% I would recommend these. Right, these are awesome. Whether you work in an office environment, whether you want something for the gym, anything like that, these will work. If you're in the gym longer than 2.5 hours, these probably aren't for you. But the battery lasts 2.5 hours. The case will actually charge it 3 times around that area. They got LED lights. They're magnetic. They got wireless charging. They jam-pack this thing with features all over the place. I would recommend these 100%. Now, guys, I actually reached out to Nokis, seeing if they can maybe possibly give me a coupon code for my viewers to use if they wanted to buy these. And Nokis was actually really nice enough to provide a coupon code for me, which I will put right here. Well, I'll put right there, and you'll save 10% if you decide to make these purchase. Actually, their customer service is great. 10 out of 10 for Nokis, and thank you, Nokis, for providing that coupon code. Alright, guys, so that's gonna go ahead and conclude this video. I recommend these if you're looking for something like the AirPods but don't really want to spend all that money on actual AirPods, these are your next best thing, right? That's it for this video, guys. Until the next one, peace.